Hello, my name is Max Southerton. This is a screencast showcasing my work for a module completed during the third year of my games design course at Sheffield Hallam University. For this project, I was given the opportunity to further my portfolio by creating a polished piece of work to showcase my skills in a specific area of game design. I am currently planning on rejoining a QA tester role upon graduating, and therefore I decided to complete this module by creating a piece of work which I thought would add to the general set of skills already showcased on my portfolio. The first part of my project would be a research piece, studying and breaking down successful map design in CSGO. I spent many weeks researching for map design literature and CSGO specific map design videos. I compiled my findings into a document with some visual aids to showcase my findings. The research document can be found on my website, however I will briefly run through the key topics and design aspects discussed. CSGO is a 5v5 first-person shooter game. In a best of 30 round match, teams play as terrorists or counter-terrorists and switch sides after 15 rounds. Counter-terrorists must defend 2 bomb sites while terrorists must plant a bomb onto either one of the 2. Players have 1 life per round and earn money to buy guns based on their performance. Layout refers to the technical design of maps as a whole. For example, maps can be designed to be majoritively indoors or require more vertical movement than usual from players. Choke points are areas on the map where players are more likely to fight as they usually lead directly to an objective. There are usually at least 4 of these. Cover is placed around the map to provide players with some safety. Cover can be utilised in many ways and is very important to consider and refine when making maps to maintain game balance. Balance on its own refers to how fair a map is. In CSGO, there are rules of thumb for map making that help to balance maps. For example, counter-terrorists should be able to get access to bomb sites faster than terrorists. My research task really helped me to understand what it is about maps that have existed in CSGO for over a decade that makes them so successful. I think that the work will better my portfolio and showcase my understanding of game and map design. If I were to redo the task again, I would try to create better visual aids to complement my writing. Though the research task was difficult, I felt like it would be a little out of place and underwhelming on its own on my portfolio. Therefore, I wanted to take what I had learned during the first part of my project and apply it to some level design. Therefore, I plan to create a map for CSGO using the Steam development kit's Hammer editor. This old school 3D program took time to learn, having never used this software prior to the project. The map would not be designed to look nice, but rather to showcase the design aspects I had discussed in my research. I was able to spend more time focused on the layout of the map rather than the assets, thanks to the prop asset functionality in the Hammer editor displayed on screen now. I simply place an entity in the world and change its function to a prop_static. I can then choose a model from all the assets already implemented in the official game. Simply choose which asset you want, hit enter, and it can be applied to the object and implemented into the level. The Hammer editor allows you to compile your world and test it in game. I use this feature to constantly playtest my map to find bugs, graphical errors, and alter my map design based on my research. This was an important process to undertake because the map looked a lot different in game than it did in the editor. And as a previously experienced QA tester, I think my portfolio will benefit from showcasing that I also have experience in fixing bugs. As my confidence in the software grew, I became faster at fixing bugs and implementing more advanced techniques into my map. Once I had my first fully playable version of the map, I wanted to check the timings on how quickly each team could get to each bomb site. In my research, I mentioned the importance of counter-terrorists being able to get to bomb sites faster than terrorists so that they have time to set up a defence. Seen on screen is me testing the map with a friend. We both ran the fastest possible route to each bomb site from our respective spawn points. Counter-terrorists had roughly 3 to 4 seconds on the A bomb site before the terrorists could get there. This seemed to be acceptable and reasonably balanced as the area the teams would meet would be around a choke point as intended during design. However, seen on screen now at the B bomb site, terrorists were able to access the area roughly at the same time as the counter-terrorists and therefore would need changing. I blocked off one of the two routes out of the terrorist spawn, forcing them to walk to the middle area of the map in order to access the B bomb site. This area has lots of cover as it was a very open area of the map. This was important to balance the map by providing some safety options for terrorists when attacking the B bomb site. The timing test for this was much better. The terrorists' journey to the B bomb site was delayed, giving CTs roughly 5 more seconds to set up a defence. With basic map timings balanced, lighting correct and all game systems functioning, I wanted to see my map played in a real game. I managed to set up a playtest lobby where 10 players played a full-length competitive game on the map. In the background is footage taken from this game, showcasing gunfights in different areas of the map. I was happy to see that players did not find any bugs during the game, however the players did note that it was surprisingly difficult to play without a minimap. This is a feature I neglected to consider as I was focused on the layout and design features of the map, and if I were to do the task again, I would definitely need to implement this feature. The area seen here between the A-bomb site and terrorist spawn was also highlighted by the players as having an issue. The terrorist players did not have adequate cover in an area which they should control early on and have relative safety from flanks. If I were to continue the development of this map further, I would add more cover to this area and potentially make the area more closed. This would provide terrorists with more safety and increase the control of their side of the map. To go with my critical feedback, the players also highlighted a well-designed area of the map. The connector area between the middle lane of the map and the A-bomb site was praised by the players. To gain control of the map as terrorists, smokes could be deployed and utilised in the middle lane to provide quick and safe access to the connector and then immediately to the A-bomb site. This area of the map is crucial as it is another choke point, but also it is in the centre of the map, therefore the team with the most control of this area could rotate much more quickly and safely. I am very pleased to have created a fully functioning map for CSGO which I was even able to have playtested. I wanted to showcase my understanding of game systems, bug fixing and playtesting in order to better my portfolio for a QA tester role. Having never used the Hammer editor, I became even more confident in my ability to pick up new software, something also important to show on my portfolio. If I could redo the project, I would have liked to have got the map to a more playable stage earlier, so that I could spend some extra time testing and adjusting the layout of the map, but also to improve the textures and create a general aesthetic for the level. Thank you for listening. Head over to my website if you would like to read my research paper, play the map for yourself, or to view my game design portfolio.